As we've talked about so many times, there are just many, many people stressed right now, feeling down. And the question is, what do we do when we're in this situation? For some of us, it's been 4 or 5 years. We haven't felt ourselves. Maybe we've been extra tired, overwhelmed, stressed, anxious. We're just feeling down. We're just not feeling ourselves. What do we do? Hey, David Essel here, and welcome to the most positive podcast on the planet, David Essel Alive. So glad to have you with us. My Lord, I hope you're having a good day. And I know this is a tough topic for a lot of us, especially if you've lost parents, if you've lost a job, you lost a relationship, you lost a pet within the last couple of years. Oh, my Lord, it can be very, very hard. And then we look at an economic crush, and we look at prices going way up in the supermarket and all these things. And if we stay focused on all that's wrong, we will stay down. But I'm here for the opposite, right? Hey, for 43 years now, we've been giving ideas and tips and thoughts on how you can bring yourself from positions where you're struggling to a place of calmness. I think that's the first goal, really. And, I have struggled immensely in life. I mean, a lot of times we have written 14 books. I just wrote my 15th book, and people think, oh my God, as an author of 15 books, the guy must have it made. And no, I struggle just like everyone else. I'm just honest about it. I just don't hold it back. And it's been a tough couple months. It's been a tough couple years. And so let's look at the solutions, right? Number one, take time for yourself. Now, that might mean if you only have 15 minutes a day to walk, you go and walk for 15 minutes. I'm working with a teacher right now on Zen Buddhism, and we're doing these walking meditations that are so incredible. But I'll tell you, they sound so easy. They're not. But once you get the hang of it, I have not even come close to mastering it, trust me. But there is a level of calmness in this walking meditation. You can Google Thich Nhat Hanh on YouTube. He's probably one of the most famous Vietnamese Buddhist monks or Buddhist monks in the world that really focuses a lot on walking meditation. Of course, there's also seated meditation. Now, what's the benefit? Well, first of all, when you get your mind occupied by something other than your worries, your anxieties, your troubles, you will start to feel calmer. Is it an answer for every challenge you're going through right now? No. But if you could take off 25% of the anxiety, wouldn't that be worth it? So that's number one. Number two, and I say this all the time, remove as much media and social media as possible. There's just too much going on online that we can get overwhelmed and frustrated, and we don't need that. Number three, figure out what emotions you're feeling. I mean, this is one of my works that I love as a counselor, is helping people understand. They keep saying, I'm just overly anxious. I'm overly anxious, when actually they're depressed. Or I had a woman, we wrote about it in our number one best-selling book, Helping Americans Heal, who came in saying she was depressed when she had full-blown PTSD. You see, if we don't know the emotion that is going on underneath us feeling down, it's really hard to pick the appropriate tools in order to lift ourselves up. Now, we know walking is also great to release dopamine, right? It's fabulous, and that can lift your mood. Listening to your favorite music is a huge dopamine booster. Do that daily. Really get into your music. I saw this clip a couple months ago on Instagram, and there was this black woman who was just phenomenal, and she was talking about her morning routine. And I just gave this exercise to someone the other day. When she gets up and she's not feeling good, she plays 3 of her top dance songs back to back. It's about 9.5 minutes long. And she said there's no way in the world she can walk out of the house in a bad mood after listening to 3 of her most uplifting songs. So how about you? Take a moment, write down. What are your 3 most uplifting songs? Have them on a playlist. Have them available somewhere. Listen, when you're feeling down, we don't have time to screw around, We have to start taking action. And a lot of times when we're feeling down, that's the last thing we want to do, is take action. But it's the number one key to moving through it, labeling the identity, figuring out what is it even I'm struggling from, and then saying, go online and Google, what are the best tips for anxiety? What are the best tips for depression? What are the best tips for PTSD? What are the best tips for overwhelm? Or come to me. We have helped people for 43 years with many of the issues I have personally struggled with, which gives me an edge in the world of counseling, because you're not going to be talking to someone that learned it from a book. You're going to be talking about someone who experienced it. My failed suicide attempt in 1990 was an incredible blessing, not just because I stayed alive, but because I realized how crucial mental health is in this country, way before it became a buzzword. From 1990 on, we were the leaders in the world of mental health. And then when the NBA a couple years ago came out with NBA Mind Health, and most of you know I'm a former player and still love to watch basketball, I knew we were right on target. And we have helped athletes. We've helped coaches. We've helped executives. We've helped housewives. We've helped everyone understand the importance that when we're down, there's so many journaling exercises we can do. There's so many different things we can do, but we have to take action. Come and visit me at talkdavid.com. On top of the 4 free books that you always will get there, which could help you with bringing yourself up from feeling down, reach out to me. We do a free 20-minute call. We'll jump on the phone. I'll give you some tips. You'll be rocking and rolling in no time. I'm David Essel. You've been listening to the most positive podcast in the world, David Essel Alive, right here on Buzzsprout.com. Visit me at TalkDavid.com and let's lift ourselves up. We have the tools. Let's do it together. Have a beautiful day.